moving. I think we got J Moss back. Are you there,
Hey, hey,
Pastor?
hey, hey, hey.
Got you. We got you this time. It's clear. We got you. We see
Yeah,
you. You look like
yeah.
you in the booth. You about to cook up some music.
No, man.
No.
Just in the theater, chilling. That's it.
Listen,
That's
listen, y'all know you've arrived when you got your own theater at home. Listen, first off, I'm so glad. Thank you for taking time to talk with us. I want to get right to it. Listen, we can't talk about Soar Radio without talking about the Soar Awards. The second year you were honored. The second year you were honored. Can you tell us how was that experience of being honored at the Soar Awards?
well, actually, I'm completely sore and salty with the sore awards. I'm sore and salty. Let's get now. You're just trying to have a little regular. You're not gonna run the show with J Moss. I'm telling you this right now. I got a problem. I want to talk about the real deal. I'm ready to host the SOAR Awards, and I can't understand why I ain't getting picked. Just tell me what the process is so I can get my demo reel in. That's what I need to do.
Y'all know J Moss don't need to put no demo in. We got to make it happen. We just got to make it happen. We just got to make it
Please do.
happen. We just got to make it
Listen,
happen.
man. Listen. I am. You're one of the first. You know, I've been honored a few times, but you're one of the first guys that really just did it in a way that made my wife and I and PDA. We felt good about it, man. You did it very tastefully. You did your homework, so you knew what you were talking about, and then you rolled out the red carpet for us.
Wow.
And that was just. I mean, it's just good to be honored by your peers. But the way you did it, man, I just fell in love with your spirit. I fell in love with your aggressiveness for excellence. So, man, it was a great time. My wife and I are still talking about that night. And then I believe it was Latisse Crawford and
Yeah.
I think Texas
Lex
Spike.
and Joshua
Yeah,
Rogers. Yeah.
and Joshua. I mean, they
Yeah.
just smashed my stuff to smithereens. And dude, I mean, you got something great up under your sleeve. And I just, and of course we've partnered
Yeah.
on a different level spiritually. But man, I got your back, man.
I
I'm
want
really
to
in
ask
support of
you
what's
about
going on.
that. And I'm going to talk about ministry in a second, but I got to ask you about music because I know a lot of people don't ask you about music because you've been pastoring more. But I want to ask you, do you ever, because I grew up, and I can honestly say this literally as a as I talk to some people on here today, is people that I grew up listening to, and you honestly were one of the people. I remember we bumped when we saw the white cover with literally "When I Want to Be" came on, to "Unto Thee," to "Living For," to "Don't Pray and Worry." Like, we rocked those records, and even before those, the stuff that you produced for Karen and so many others. But do you ever like just go back and listen to some of your stuff, or do you have a favorite record that you produced for somebody, or that of yours now?
Wow, you know what, man? I go down memory lane a lot, and PDA has the archive. So he's just been on this kick lately with every couple of days or so. He'll send me something that we did 17 years ago. And I'll listen to it and go, oh man, I forgot about that. So I just think, man, it depends on whatever mood I'm in that particular day. And if I hear something and go, wow, I could be driving in the car and pull up an old Dorinda record, pull up old J record, old 2103
I think
record.
you did
And
"Holy As Your Word" one day. I heard you, I think,
oh
playing that in the
man,
car.
dude.
Yeah,
Right. And so many people just miss those gems
yeah,
on those records, man. So I thank God for everything that He's allowed us to do to be able to do so many songs and
yeah.
put them out there into the world. So I don't have a favorite, but just depends on what kind of mood I'm in.
Yeah, and then you've done, okay, I can talk about the secular side too. You've done stuff for NSYNC and Destiny's Child, and the one for Kelly Price, "You Should Have Told Me," and so many other, records that you've been influential in. But now you are pastoring full time. I want to ask you, because we are in some crazy times, and I had Pastor DeAndre on here earlier, and he said to make sure he told you, Pastor DeAndre Patterson, that he said what's
Oh
up.
yeah, yeah, it
I
was
had him
good. It
on
was
earlier.
good.
But I was talking to him, and we were talking about ranges. I talked to Micah Stampley earlier, and we're talking about, people with incredible ranges. But I am wondering, what do you say about pastoring now in this pandemic, or people that may be worried or uncertain? What would you say right now?
Well, of course, I heard you, and I believe it was JJ saying that we believe in the good report.
Hmm.
And there's only one report we have, and that's just trust in God. And so I think right now it, we have to shift gears, whether
Yeah.
we want to believe it or not. We got to shift gears, even when all of these restrictions and limitations are lifted. we're still not going to be able to just run back into the church houses.
Yeah.
So we as leaders have to really, really consult with the Holy Spirit, talk to God, talk to Jesus, and find out, okay, now how am I going to be able to keep this all together? And I love that portion in the Bible where King Solomon was dealing with God, and God said, I'm going to give you basically 3 things you can ask me for. What do you want? And one of the main things King Solomon said was, show me how to lead your people better. And I think that's who we have to be in this time. Guys that are coming out the gate talking about, I know what to do, and I know what God is thinking, and I know what this is all about. I run away from them. Because right now, this is uncharted territory. This is something that none of us have ever seen before. And these are the times where God really wants us, I believe, as pastors, and you being one of those brothers in ministry. It's like, I think God wants us to sit down and say, okay, God, what's the next move? And he shows us, even if it's sometimes day by day, how to lead his people. I think we need to be available and accessible to the instruction and direction of God.
Man, that's good. That's good. Because right now it doesn't look like it's going to go away anytime.
It's not.
Anytime soon. So we have to make sure we're in position to operate this. Well, listen, I just want to say too, because I don't think, so I'm glad for this platform, and I keep saying it, I'm glad it's been like a family reunion, the people I've talked to today, but I don't think you get your props with the industry as a whole, as like just the sound. You know, everybody knows I love, when it comes to R&B, I love Brandy. Like, I've been a huge Brandy fan, and the sound that she did for R&B. But there's a sound of gospel music that you brought, and people have, tried to duplicate, or some people you've produced for a lot of people, but I don't think you get the props that you truly deserve. And I know it's not about all that, but I'm just saying, I don't think you get the props that you deserve in this industry. So I just got to say, thank you for constantly putting out good content, developing artists. Ramaya, I don't know if y'all remember Ramaya, and, so many other people that you have been in front. And I don't know sometimes if you even realize all that you've accomplished.
No, man, we definitely, it's a laundry list of people that we've had an impact on, and people remember, they know. People just choose to sometimes be silent, and that's okay. Myself and Paul Allen, man, we know what we've accomplished. The records show it. The plaques on the wall show it.
And is there somebody you would want to work with that you haven't yet, if you could?
Nope. No? We're just open for everybody, man. God has blessed us so much. We don't want to be greedy. Like, dude, we've done it all. We've done private weddings on islands, man. We've been to the Grammys. We performed on every gospel major platform there is. And it's like, I don't want to be greedy. I love the platform that the John McReynolds and the Jacquelines and this new wave, the Todd Delaney's, I love what they're doing. And I don't mind sitting back saying, hey, we did our part of the construction. Y'all take it from here. And so I don't want to be greedy, man. So, if an opportunity comes up and some of them want to work with Uncle Jay and Pajam, I have no problem with that.
So many of them look up to you too. I do know that.
And I appreciate that. And we love them. And we're here for them. If they want some guidance or some leadership or just, any type of partnership. And how I've actually partnered with your life. Dude, we're open. We're some of the most open guys out here. We don't want to be greedy. We're sitting back enjoying what they're doing and allowing them to have their fun and their time in the shine.
I have to really say that when he says that, it's so true. He's been transparent, and anytime I text or call and ask, whether it be advice or whatever, he's been there and will give it to you real. And I respect that, and I appreciate that, man. So listen, I thank you for, Soar. I love Living Waters. I got to come to, it's crazy. As many places I've been in the world, I have never been to Detroit, Michigan. Which is sad.
Hey, man, so what's that? What's the hidden tone in that?
There is no hidden tone. I just don't know why I've never been there. But I gotta make a trip to Living Waters.
Dude,
I gotta make a trip.
You gotta come, man. I gotta get to your church, and we gotta exchange preaching platforms.
We got to.
And this is just what we do. And let me say before we go, man. I am just extremely ecstatic about what God is doing in your life. This is not an easy road that you've chosen. You've shared some private stuff with me in terms of how some of the pushback, I'll say, that you've gotten, man. And people are just bold when they want to keep their foot on your neck. Some of these gatekeepers. And I'm just telling you, man, I am here for you. Pajam is here for you. Living Waters is here for you and your ministry. Listen, we need partnerships like this where people are not trying to get anything from you. They just love you. They love what you stand for. They love how you move. And I'm one of those brothers for you.